Our next presenter is Hamoun Aria. Hamoun is the founder and CEO of C4C Packaging. His entrepreneurial spirit and understanding of evolving consumer needs are the driving force behind C4C Packaging, a company pioneering the first eco-friendly packaging solutions in Oceania for the wine and ready-to-drink beverage industries. Please welcome to the stage Hamoun.
All right, let's talk about a little bit of wine. And interestingly, why just about wine? How can we drive the sustainability and create a circular economy? The question is that we know the challenge, we know the problem existing, but how can we support utilizing an opportunity of an increasing demand in a global market for consumers and supporting businesses to utilize that opportunity and become more sustainable? So Australia, producing beautiful wines, well known in a global market. We have a very nice different variety of wines. We have a talented winemakers, well known globally, and we have an opportunity of being a new world winemaker country to experiment and create beautiful wines that we excite international consumers. We export about 620 million liters of wine yearly. That is a demand that we have in the international market, 620 million. That volume is far above a level of consumption that we can have in our domestic market in Australia. 70 to 80% of that wine is packed in glass bottles or cans or other material that are creating high emission of carbon dioxide. How can we transform that? That's a question. We drive export value of nearly $2 billion yearly from the wine industry. How can we support that industry in meeting the demand from global consumers? Recently, Wine Australia released and acknowledge the industry challenge about their high level of emissions. Wine Australia acknowledged that 44% of the emission created in the wine industry is by packaging, and 25% is for the transportation in a downstream. That is where we have packed the wine in bottles, and we are shipping that out or transporting into the end consumers. That is 70% of wine industry's emissions. We have acknowledged that. At the same time, we have a growing demand globally, internationally, where consumers are expecting to pay premium for more sustainable options. Our consumers are preferring and demanding sustainable packaging and sustainable products. They are looking for more portable and convenience type of packaging. So the traditional bottle, 750 ml, doesn't meet necessarily that demand which supports the convenience for single sip. The single sip size is also meeting the expectation of lower consumption of the alcohol. Just think of the global market, fast-moving cities, New York, Tokyo, Stockholm, the bigger market who consumes the Australian wine. How can we meet that demand? By meeting the sustainability targets, also supporting the industry. The marketing part of it, I pick up that photo just to show the future generation that's coming, right? So the future generation is coming. They are going to the retail market, and they are looking after eye-catching, modern, and sustainable type of packaging. And not mentioning that we start enjoying wine mostly in the environments that are not around the dining table anymore. We go out to the campings, picnics, we go to festivals, etc., and we enjoy that type of environment to have a wine. So how can we meet that? So we start looking at a collaboration for the wider industry. We didn't want to be a single player. We wanted to enable solution for a wider industry in Australia to be able to meet that growing demand internationally. ladies and gentlemen, Australia been showcasing innovation many times during wine history. We moved from cork into screw cap. That changed the spec of how wine could be bottled. And as we speak, we are the only one in Australia and New Zealand who has this technology and capability of supporting the industry, moving into carton packaging. I talked about the convenience and portability, and this is the product we can offer for international consumers. It is in the carton, 70 to 80%, Tetra Pak had a presentation earlier, is made from sustainably responsible forests. So forests can capture the carbon dioxide, and we can grow more of sustainable resources. And by that, we are meeting a demand for international market. Wine is packed in our packaging line, and we export that to international consumers, meeting that demand. Now, that is just part of the history, right? We need to look at the never-ending life cycle. That is the sustainability we see. We shouldn't go back in recycling challenge and lack of the infrastructure that we are facing. What we do is, partnering with Australian companies, we are able to create the construction materials. It can create tables, ceilings, walls, and 100% made of the residual of this packaging. It is endless opportunities we can offer, right? But sustainability needs to meet the business appetite of making money, right? And what we do is that we are reducing the weight of a glass bottle by 17 times, right? And that is compared to the lightweight bottle available. We are increasing the distribution capacity by 50% because of the shape of the packaging we have. That is saving money for producers and exporters. 50% less export cost for transportation, but also for warehousing, right? And that brings a reduction in emissions by 12 times. All that is supporting meeting the targets of net zero, transforming the industry, right? We need to enable that opportunity. So we are supporting that transition. We're creating new jobs, local jobs, for the industry that hasn't been created. We support access for technology by small size and medium companies who can grow up, who can access international markets. So we are moving the lack of a huge infrastructure in the market, and we enable opportunity for the small producers, medium-sized producers, but also large producers to come in and grow and create jobs, create sustainable economy. We believe that that is diversifying the economy. And right here in WA, that is the place where we are building our manufacturing line, and we are looking in full operation within 18 months. And we are the only one in Australia and New Zealand. So that is us from the C4C Packaging.
Good on you.